Hello humans, I'm the AlienDoctor, but you could call me Alien. Welcome back to a live stream that I wasn't planning on doing today, but I'm extremely frustrated, so we're doing it. I wasn't going to stream today. Well, I was going to stream today, then I wasn't going to stream today, and now I am streaming today, but it's not the plan. So hello, welcome on in. I'm actually installing Minecraft right now because I forgot I uninstalled it. But we'll get on to that later. Ooh, we have a lot to talk about. Anyway, let's see. Let's see who's here. All right, congratulations to Ode for being the very first person in the YouTube chat. How's it going? FatX12, welcome on in. You gonna fix the quad hider? I didn't realize it was broken, but if it is broken, I will fix it. Potentially in today's stream. We will see. We will see. Like drop. Thank you so much, Skyfire. Welcome on in. Cadsdord. Hey, hello, welcome on in. Mitchie, welcome on in. Finkster, welcome on in. Feels like it's been a while since I've seen your name. How you doing? Longhorn, I spar with my little lion, AlienDoctor. Indeed you do. Blue Jay, hello, how's it going? Val, this guy still streams occasionally. Uninstalled Minecraft. Well, to be fair, I uninstalled Minecraft for a good reason, and it was because I was trying to make a version switcher, which is what I have spent the majority of my day doing today. And I got somewhat close, but that's not what we're going to do today. The version switcher, I will not be making live on stream, because that's too much of my brain power. But we're going to make some other stuff on stream, and we're also going to fix some other stuff. So, you know, version switch, you know, uninstalling Minecraft for a version switcher, I feel like that was a good cause. That was a good cause. Let's see. Let me press that button. Okay, cool. Cool beans. And I'll press this button, I guess. And then I guess I'll also press this button because we're not really... Oh, that's not hooked up to that. Jeez, you can tell I haven't streamed for a while. Because everything's broken. Beans. Welcome on in, Combi, the doctor of alien things. Indeed. How's it going? What? Let's see. Display capture. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. We're going to be doing some stuff with things. The chat is actually in a terrible place, isn't it? Unless I move... Oops. Unless I move it to the side. Wait, what's behind here? I actually didn't like close stuff, so I don't know if I'm going to leak anything, but we'll just do this as, you know, we'll see what happens. Is this readable? This is probably too small, isn't it? To be fair, I think it's going to be too small no matter what I do. I'll just hide the chat. Jeez, I finally get the chat widget working, and the first thing I have to do is hide it. It's probably too small anyway, because I've got a giant monitor. We'll make it a little bigger. All right. Okay, I should explain what we're doing. I have a list of jobs that we're going to do on today's stream. But first of all, I want to show you why I'm not playing Minecraft or Bedrock Legends. Because the plan was to be playing Bedrock Legends today. Okay, apparently... Yeah, I literally just reinstalled the game. Apparently, it also needs to install dependencies. Okay, then. That's fine. I'm going to show you why I'm not playing Bedrock Legends tonight, which was the original plan. And then we're going to get on to some coding of the things. Because I am really frustrated at the game right now. Is it because of the stupid mouse bug? Essentially, yes. So, you know, Bedrock Legends is hardcore. I don't want that to be the way I die. And because the new Minecraft update is more than mildly frustrating, it forced the update. So, like, you know, I had auto updates turned off, but it turns out for the new update, you actually have to turn them off somewhere else, which is the Xbox app, to stop it from auto updating. Let's actually go on TB, just so that I don't... Imagine if I died in this stream on Legends, that would be awkward. To be fair, now I've reinstalled the game, watch it just be fixed. I know it's not just me that's been having it. All right, so here I am on TB in the game. I'm in full screen mode, but this also happens out of full screen. I'm going to move my cursor to the edge of the screen. And actually, yeah, you can see it on the screen. Now, I have 3 monitors. I have this one, which is the middle one. I have one over here to the left and one to the right. So I have, you know, one on each side of my Minecraft game. if I move my cursor all the way to this side or all the way to this side, you can see, okay, you can't see it on the right, but you can see it on the left. It appears. If I then click, my game pauses. This is terrible for when you're playing hardcore. What happens if you're fighting a creeper or something, and then your game accidentally pauses whilst you're trying to hit it? It's terrible. So I'm not playing, you know, I mean, you can barely play Minecraft without hardcore anyway, with it like this. Because let's say I turn to do some digging and turn a little bit more, try to dig. Oh, look at that. Paused. So yeah, not going to be playing the game whilst it's like that. It's so bad. It is. I cannot do it. So we're not doing it that. The worst bit is that it's also a forced update because of how they've changed stuff. So I believe if you want to disable auto updates in the new version, you need to open the Xbox app, click here up on your profile, and then go to settings. And then in install options. Okay, it's what? It's reticked itself. You need to tick this, enable automatically updates, disable it. However, I did disable it, and it looks like it's enabled itself. So actually, I've not got a lot of hope that that's gonna stay ticked. What? Really? Oh, this game. Me and Minecraft are not on talking terms right now. I'm just saying. I'm Amir, welcome on in.
Road work ahead.
I do a creeper
I sure hope it does.
Exactly. Glowstick, welcome on in. Tiz, what about scrolling through hotbar? Does that change when you look too? I haven't tried, to be honest. I haven't tried. I also know some people are getting really bad lag issues, and for some people, vibrant visuals is just turning on, like, randomly. Now, I can't fix those issues. So, something I am working on is a version switcher. I am pretty close to getting it working, but I found a couple of issues, and I've been working on it all day, so I really just want to do something else, to be honest. And I also really wanted to stream, because I was going to stream Legends tonight, and then I kind of found out quite early on today that I probably couldn't because of the bug, and then I was like, well, you know what? I might as well just stream me fixing stuff and things, and also making stuff. So the first thing on my list is actually to make a profile switcher. So, back in the old versions, in fact, I'll show you because I still have it installed. I used to use Foxy No-Tail's version switcher, which is... Okay, come on. Launch. There we go. Which is this piece of software right here. And as part of it, it had a profile switcher. I basically want to make my own profile switcher that's just the profiles. And then when I make a version switcher, it will obviously have versions and profiles. Basically, I want to make something to replace this. But yeah, for now, I'm just making the profile thing because I know I can do that. Whereas the version switcher is going to take a little bit more effort. So that's what we're going to do in this stream. We're also, if we either get tired of this or finish it, which is unlikely, then we're also going to update some add-ons, and I'll show you some of the process behind updating add-ons, which I have done a long time ago, but it's been a while, so we're going to do it again. But first of all, I just want to make this profile switcher because actually part of my process for updating add-ons is to have separate profiles for like add-on development so that I'm not clogging up my main profile. So actually, this is kind of something that I need to do if I want to update the add-ons, if that makes sense. But anyway, how is it going? Welcome on in. I'm going to try not to just keep like bursting into rants because honestly, I'm just really frustrated by this whole thing. I have defended Minecraft Bedrock for so long, and it's times like this where it's just like, why? What is the point? But anyway. So, I have done a couple of things so far. All right. First things first, I have made a GitHub repository, which is private for me to store all my files. Secondly, I have so I'm using a programming language or a scripting language called AutoIt. The reason I'm using it, funnily enough, is actually because of Foxy No-Tail, because that's what he uses for all his stuff. But I'm actually using it for a different reason. Let me show you. Hang on. many years ago, I was talking in Foxy's public Discord and talking about programming languages and stuff. And that's when he mentioned this scripting language called AutoIt, which is then ultimately what I went on to learn and what I'm most comfortable with. So that's why I'm doing it in the same language as him, because he kind of recommended it to me, essentially. Oh my gosh, what is all this? Go away. Which is kind of, there's a little bit of irony there because I'm now using the same language that he used to do something on the old version. But anyway. Right. And then what we've got is 2 files so far. We've got a main file, which is going to contain the kind of main code of a GUI. And then we've got a functions file, which has all my functions. So right now I have this function, which I stole from my version switcher that I'm working on, that loads in all the files into the profile folder and puts them in a GUI that I haven't actually made yet, because I'm kind of doing this in a weird order. And you can see it still says no Minecraft version folders found because I stole it from my version switcher and stable. You know, there's some stuff that needs to be changed, okay? But I'm working on it. So first of all, profile folder is the script directory and, you know, profiles. So what this is saying is wherever the script or the program is stored, there'll then be another file called profiles, and that's where we're going to keep the profile folder. And this is a global variable, meaning that we can store it or use it in whichever function. Let me just get up my coding folder. And this is the profile switcher folder. How many menus was that? It was a lot because I was trying to find the message. All right. Okay, what I was doing before I started streaming is actually making the GUI. So AutoIt has a really nice tool called Coder Form Designer that lets you basically design the GUI in this interface, and then it will generate all the code for you, which is really nice. So that is kind of the first thing that we need to do. So we're just going to name this GUI. And this will be aliens profile. In fact, we'll go aliens Minecraft Bedrock profile switcher as the title. Okay, cool. We have made progress. And then we need a combo box. And this is going to be... Oops. That's the wrong button again. This is going to be called GUI profile list. I think I called it here. I can't remember. Oh, select profile. You know what? We're going to call it profile list. I like that name better. Profile list. So this is going to be the list where you choose your profile. And then we're going to have... We're not going to worry about the design of it too much. We're not going to make it pretty. We'll do that later. For now, we just need something that works. So we've got GUI profile list. We then need a button that will select profile and a button to launch the game, I think, is what I'm thinking right now. So this one can be GUI select profile. Oh, actually, let's specify that this is a button. Button. Keep accidentally dragging it. And then this one would be GUI launch Minecraft. And this is not a pretty GUI. It will be pretty later. For now, we just want something that works. Select profile. And... Oops. Oh my gosh. I don't normally do this whilst people are watching. Launch Minecraft. Realistically, it's only going to install like this. Functionality over form comes first. Can dress it up once it works. Exactly. Exactly. Oops. Oh, I keep clicking off it. We're going to press save. And it's going to come up with this. This is to save a file so that we can come back and edit it later. So we're going to put it in the profile switcher folder. And actually, yeah, we'll just call it GUI. And then we're going to go over here to tools, generating form code. Why has that not worked? Oh, that's weird. And we need all of this stuff. We don't need all of this include stuff because I've already added it in the functions up here. So we just need the actual code for the GUI. So if I go back into main and I paste that in, we now have all this code, which was just generated from Coda to give us the GUI. So now if I double click on main, you can now see we have our GUI that we just made. So now what we're going to do is we're going to separate some stuff a little bit. We're also going to get rid of this bit. We are going to have... this would be variables. Whoops. Variables. We're going to have GUI. Because this is all the GUI code. And then, what would we call this bit? Just kind of like stuff. Frustration is what drove Foxy to create, and he's still frustrated. Sorry, I missed that message. But yes, that sounds right. Oh, what has happened to my webcam? Every so often, it just like decides to turn off. Which is less than ideal. Wait. There we go. I think I nudge it with my foot, not gonna lie. Don't question why my foot is on the top of my PC. I'm an alien. I'm allowed to do that. And then this is just gonna be script start. So the first thing we need to run when the script starts is this get profiles function. And what this will do, get profiles, is populate our menu box with all of our profiles. So we actually need to create a profiles folder. And then we're just going to create a main profile just to see if it works. So now if I press main... Oh, right. Of course, I've not filtered it for folders. Oops. It's still looking for versions because it's filtering. It's basically looking for specifically things that have Minecraft Dash in it because that's how the version layout is for the version switcher. I forgot about that. Hang on. All right. Let me do some thinking. I think we actually just need to get rid of... this bit? Actually, it would probably just be this bit, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'm doing this without looking at any documentation right now, which is a dangerous way of doing it. I can't sass you for that. I'm feet up on the one side, reclining and knitting, typing for phone because I'm comfy. Hey, fair enough. If it works, it works. Would this allow you to launch multiple instances with 2 different profiles? Oh, that was a totally different kettle of fish. I know how to make multiple instances run on Bedrock Edition in the current version. And I know how to do it where you can be assigned into different accounts and probably use different profiles as well, to be honest. Although I haven't, to be fair, I've not tested any of that, but I know somebody else has done it who has then passed that information on to me because it's going to be incorporated in the version switcher. This profile switcher will literally just switch profiles, but the version switcher will help you multi-instance. And in theory, I think you'll also be able to have different profiles, but you'll definitely be able to have different accounts, if that makes sense. So in the future, yes, but right now, no. We need to talk. Camera count would be huge. Yes. Indeed. I don't understand the difference between profile and account. Okay, so profile is your com.mojang folder. Well, technically there's two of them in the new update. So it's both your com.mojang folders right now. It's essentially a made-up term, right? Like that back end, there isn't a profile. And then your account is obviously just your Xbox account. So what this profile switcher will do is it will let you change between profiles, and each profile will have a set of packs, worlds, settings, servers, etc. Now the version switcher will allow you to open multiple instances and have separate profiles on those instances with separate accounts as well, if that makes sense.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word.
Bird, welcome on in. How's it going? How is it going today? Apparently my internet's struggling. That's less than ideal. The weather outside is frightful. That fire is delightful. Since we've no place to go. Let it snow. No. Let it snow. No. Let it snow. No. I'm just trying to remind myself how this all works. Oh, file, find first file. Hang on. Okay, so I think the way we do it is we don't need this first of all. Yeah. Now this is going to come an error. It's not going to recognize this this variable because it's defined in this file, but this function is being called from this file, so that doesn't matter. It's basically just an organization thing. Gary, how's it going? Welcome on in. Yeah, BlueStacks is okay, but it's not ideal. I'd rather run it natively if that's actually possible. Would love to see that at some point. It is extremely possible. And to be fair, I guess I could make a script that just lets you do the multi-instancing without the version switching for now. Maybe that's something that I can look into if version switching has taken a while. But ideally, I'd put them all into one thing. And shout out to Mad Hatter for passing some information on to Slack, who passed some information on to me about how to do that. Okay, so that's our profile folder, which is there. It doesn't have a trailing backslash. We then want... You know what? Let's just get rid of all this and start from the start again. I'm 10 seconds from uninstalling Minecraft right now. This stupid mouse bug. This might be the worst bug they've ever introduced. Right? I like played hardcore and I actually recorded my reaction of like, what is going on? Why do I keep pausing? And then I was just like, ah, I see. And pretty much after that was like, nope, not playing like this. I'm surprised I got as much building done as I did. I placed a decent amount of blocks, all things considered. So it's not, like, you know, well, it is game breaking, but it's not as bad as it could be, I guess. I don't know. I guess it depends on your sensitivity as well, right? And how much spinning you do. Okay, and then we need to use file, find next file to actually search through the folder. Do 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 do. Hold up. Yeah, just get rid of all that. What am I doing? You know what? Maybe doing this whilst live was not the best idea. I was frustrated, okay? Give me 2 seconds. Let me reply to that message. There we go. Okay, we need an if, a search. Oh, not the S search, a H search equals -1, then return set error 2 0 0. This is basically saying that if it... So, okay, what we're doing right now is we're writing a function that will populate the combo box with all the profiles in. So actually, let's just make like another profiles, well, a few profiles folder. These are, let's say these are all profiles. Right now they're empty. These are all profiles. We need a function that loads in all of these folders into the GUI so that you can actually select them first of all. Which is what I am attempting to do right now. And then I think we'd go... count equals 0. Oops. Well, we're using it in the fun. And then we make a loop to actually check. Or to go through, sorry, the different folders equals file, find next, file. Then this would be the search. Oh, I did it with the H. Next file. This bit's the less interesting bit. I promise it will get slightly more interesting. This is the bit where I'm concentrating. Okay, and then if it errors, we need to exit loop. Okay, and then here's the bit where we need to check if it's a folder. Which apparently, if I'm reading this correctly, because that's the other thing, I'm looking at, you know, the documentation whilst I'm doing this because I'm not the sort of person to have it memorized. Apparently it's something like this. According to this, we'll see. Okay, and then this is when we'd GUI control. Then this is when we'd set the data in the combo box that we made, which is GUI profile list. And then this is when we'd give it the what we've named file. But I'll probably rename later. I don't feel like that's right, but apparently that's what we got to do. Yeah, that's what I thought. 37. Oh, well, okay, well. Oh, right, we missed a few. We then do add 1 to the count. And then end if W end to end the loop. Okay, yeah, so that's worked. That has worked. We have now got our folders loaded. So if you look, it's now loading all of the folders in here. It's just also loading that as well, which we can fix. Now, presumably, this should be checking like specifically for folders because a profile can only be a folder. So if I load this, it shouldn't come up with that TXT document, which it hasn't. Excellent. All right, so now we need to get it. Okay, we need to make 2 changes. First of all, we need to get rid of the like default text so that it's empty. Which should be like that. There we go. So that should mean now when we load it, it loads as empty. Now, eventually what we'll do is have the current loaded profile be loaded, but we don't technically have a currently loaded profile. All right. So this is where we now need to create a new function that's going to load profile. And then we need a selected profile variable, which we haven't defined yet. Now, selected profile would be global selected profile, and that would equal GUI control read GUI profile list I think it would be, would it? No. Declared global in function only. What do you mean? It's not been declared in a function. Oh. I see the issue. There we go. No, it still doesn't like it for some reason. Okay, well, you know what? It will technically still work, so whatever. He says as he quickly confirms. Wait, really? That's broken? Really? How did that break it? Nope, it is just broken. Wait, what have I done? I've left something... I must have left something trailing. Because yeah, all of this is saying... Just joined. Is this alien working on a Bedrock version? This is alien working on a profile switcher right now. Which is like a version switcher, but not. What have I done? Yeah, see, this is way back now. Well, now I've done something and I don't know what. Oops. That's more than mildly frustrating. Oops. Nope. Slide 3. Is this because I just say is? Yeah, the text is still there. But then, yeah, it still has a name. Oh, also, I accidentally closed the folder. Okay, what's happening now is I'm confused. Oh, is it literally... Oh, you know, I bet it's that. I bet it's literally that. Well, that would make sense. I don't normally work with... Normally I do everything in one file, but it's better practice to do it in multiple, which is why I'm doing it this way. But I guess I've also got to remember to, like, check for errors in both files, which sounds, you know, logical. So if we go back to this... All right, excellent. Excellent. We're also going to need a currently loaded profile. Okay, we're going to need a new file, and we're going to call it data.ini. And this is going to store variables, essentially, even when the program is closed. So, currently loaded profile would be currently nothing. But we're going to say, no, we're not going to say anything. We're going to get a global loaded profile equals ini read at script directory and slash data.ini data currently loaded profile. Where's the next step? Default. Nothing. Data.ini. Syntax error. Really? Oh, yep. We gotta add that end. Alright, so what this is saying is that it's... Why? Where's the error now? Sometimes I've noticed that it will say it's an error. Yeah, when it isn't actually an error. See, like, look, the error's still there. But it lie. There we go. Sometimes it just likes to keep old errors around when they're not. Anyway. This is going to detect. So what we'll do is when we load a profile, it will be stored in this file. So this will say like main if the main profile is loaded, for example. And then this is going to load. This is going to say the currently loaded profile. So then what we can do inside of the get profiles is we're also going to say we are going to do GUI control. In fact, no, this would need to go first, wouldn't it? Okay. We need to do GUI control set data GUI profile list, and then the data would be the selected profile. So then if we do main in here, variable not being declared. Oh, I guess because it's technically... Oh, no, it's because it's loaded profile, not selected. I was going to say, because that wasn't having an issue before. There we go. See, so now it's loaded in the main profile. And then we could do, instead of that, like, main copy to. I don't know if it'll work with brackets. Well, I guess we'll find out. It will work with brackets. Excellent. Okay, cool. So that's going to now automatically select our currently loaded profile. Currently, there isn't a profile loaded, except for, I guess, the Minecraft default. So there's just going to be nothing there. Okay, cool. We got get profiles. And this is going to load our profiles. Or our get profile, sorry. Now we need to load profile. So this is when you select a profile and you need to load it. We also need... Okay. We need to adlib register a new function. So what this does is basically gets another function to constantly run in the background. So we would need something to constantly check if the current function is loaded and then disable the load function button. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter if you keep trying to load it. Okay, we'll ignore that. That can be a future thing. Let's actually make the profile switcher. Okay, so we would do... Okay, so what we're going to do now is actually make it be able to switch profiles. So in this while one loop, this is basically an infinitely repeating loop until the GUI closes, is what this is. So what we're going to do here is do case GUI select profile button. Technically button should be like that. I don't know why I did BTS. This is saying essentially when the GUI select profile button is clicked, we are going to run the load profile function, which we're going to write in here. And we also need the selected profile. In fact, we don't need to define it in the function because we already have that. Well, we will have that. If this isn't making much sense, then I do apologize. Okay, so now we're going to make it actually load a profile. So this is where the profile switching is going to come into play. Now, there are two directories for this that are going to be switching because there are two com.mojang folders. There's this one, which contains all of your packs. So this has all of your development packs. It also has all of your not development packs, I guess. And then this one, which contains your skin packs, your screenshots, your worlds, your settings, your custom skins. So there's two com.mojang folders, whereas there used to be one, which doesn't make it slightly more complicated. But luckily, I'm a pro. Totally. 100%. What could go wrong? How hard could it be? So, you know what? Let's actually make my main profile, because that would be the easiest way to test it. We're going to have main, and then we're going to have new. Main is going to have my actual settings in it, and then new is just going to be a new one. So we're going to put in here, main. Any more end of days catchphrases you want to drop there? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Load profiles. Okay. So this is now my profile. This has got all of my Minecraft data in it. All of my worlds, all of my settings, my packs, my screenshots. So first of all... Okay. First of all... Oh, yeah, we need to make a git ignore real quickly. .git ignore. So as I said, I'm uploading this to GitHub. We need to do profiles. Oops. Oh my goodness. Profiles /star is the syntax, I think. Basically, we need it to ignore that profiles folder. Or maybe it's just profiles. I can't remember how git ignores work now. That's not ideal. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is just profiles and then a slash. Oh yeah, now it is ignored. Okay, it just needed a second to update. For some reason it is still... Maybe it did need that star after all. No. See, it can't have detected all of these changes because they're in an ignored folder. Okay, well, you know what? That is a future problem. Ellie Beatmaker, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. How's it going? Playing Peak. Thank you so much for bringing everyone over here. How's it going? And Silent Whisperer, thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? Welcome on in. How was your Peak session? I still need to play that game, but I have not played it yet. Hello, fellow one-eyed person. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Two raiders. What a weird coincidence. Stitches, welcome on in. How's it going? Thank you so much, Airy the Ace, for following. How's it going? I keep saying how's it going. Apparently, I don't have many other words in my vocabulary right now. Thank you so much for the raid. They need a fourth person. Salty, welcome on in. Stitches, thank you so much for following. My thingy, like, shout out command's broken, so I do apologize for that. But welcome on in, guys. How's it going? Oh, thank you so much for the raid. Haley, I wonder how they're doing. This seems cool. Thank you so much. Normally, I would be playing Minecraft, but Minecraft is broken. So, I'm not playing Minecraft. I'm coding Minecraft things because of my frustration around Minecraft being broken. So right now, what I'm currently working on is a profile switcher for the new Bedrock Edition update. And what this will do... Oh, it finally updated. Excellent. What this will do is it will let you change your com.mojang folder automatically depending on like what you want. So the way I have it set up, or used to have it with the old profile switcher, was I'd have a main one where I'd, just do my general normal gameplay. And then I'd have an add-on dev one, which would be dedicated for add-on development. If that makes sense. So, yeah. We gotta fix that. But yeah, welcome on in. Chimera Dev, hopefully I'm saying that right. As I said, normally I'd be playing Minecraft, which was actually the plan all along. But it's got that annoying kind of bug. I don't know if you guys have seen it in Bedrock Edition where the cursor goes off the screen. And I was planning on playing Hardcore. But Hardcore, when the cursor is going off the screen and randomly causing, the pause screen to appear, playing Hardcore with that is not ideal. So, like, having two Minecrafts with separate stuff downloaded in it. Well, that is coming later. Okay. So, in a different project that I'm working on, I also am working on a version switcher, which is being a bit more of a pain. But as part of that version switcher, you will be able to multi-instance the game and have separate profiles. So, yes, but that's in the future. Okay, I'm trying. I'm trying to do all the things right now. Welcome on in. All right. Everyone go follow target user. I know, streamer.bot, it updated and I still haven't fixed it yet, okay? I'm sorry. So I'll show you what I've got so far. Will admit, it's not a lot, so don't judge. Right now, where's my profile switcher? Right now, when you open the program, okay, well, okay, we can't ignore that error. Really? No, now's not the time. I just wanted to show the people what I've got. All code has to start somewhere. Exactly. Let's comment on that. So right now we have a very ugly GUI, and it will let you select profiles in this profile folder. And then once you select a profile, you would press select profile. Although I'm going to change that to load profile, I think. And then that would load the profile to the correct directories, and then launch Minecraft will obviously launch Minecraft. So that's what we've got so far. It's not a lot, we'll be honest. But we're getting somewhere, okay? I've just minimized everything. That was not the right button to do. I tried to press Alt-M and I accidentally pressed Windows-M. And now everything is gone. 1 moment, please. What else do I need? OBS. One alien is trying to fix all the human-made bugs in Minecraft. It does feel like that right now, I'm going to be honest. So I guess I should introduce myself. It's been a while since I've got a raid. I mean, I know both of you like what, you know, outside of that, but I don't think you guys have raided me before. So if you're new around here, welcome on in. My name is Alien. I mainly just play Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I make streams here on Twitch and videos over on YouTube. And I guess I also stream on Twitch as well, or on YouTube as well. Multi-streaming. I play on the Truly Bedrock SMP, which is an SMP Silent is on. As well as a ton of other Bedrock Edition creators doing Let's Play stuff on Bedrock, I guess. It's kind of the easiest way to explain it. I'm sure you know what an SMP is. So yeah, that's what I'm usually up to. And I thought, you know what? I wasn't going to stream today because of all the issues. But I was like, you know what? Let's fix Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So that's what I'm attempting to do. The steps to coding. Step 1, get it work. Step 2, make it better. Yeah, that is kind of my philosophy, particularly when it comes to this. Also, like, it is worth mentioning, like, I am not a programmer. I just figure stuff out, I guess, is kind of the way that I would describe it. Like, this isn't my job. I haven't really studied computer science past, like, the kind of base level that everybody does in school. I just read documentation and Google stuff and, you know, read old forum posts from 2016. So I'm by no means a professional, and I do have help from other people. I'm not a programmer, I just act like it on stream. I'm not a programmer, I just write code and stuff happens sometimes. Maybe. I want to figure it out, but until then I will do texture packs. Fair enough, you know? And, you know, there is a little bit of texture packs included in... Or a little bit of coding included in texture packs. This is saying possibly used before declaration and undeclared global variable, but it's been declared right here because it's part of the GUI. Because that's what I just fixed.
Subscribe to TheAlienDoctor.
To the Leech, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. Let me just rewrite it. Yeah, so I don't know why Visual Studio just like keeps around errors when they're not really errors. See, like, that's a real error, but I'm pretty sure that's now not a real error. It isn't. Okay. Alien is not a code writer, but he stayed at a La Quinta Inn. That is a reference I do not get. My apologies. Yeah, so the other thing that we're going to do, this is also going to be somewhat of a cheeky self-promo, I guess, is on my website, I do have a ton of resource packs and a ton of behavior packs, and I need to fix some of the resource packs. One of them being, which is relatively simple to fix, I have Setting Space Fixer. What this does is it gets rid of all the annoying spaces in the settings menus, because they're in the different setting tabs, they're adding a ton of space between each thing. So this pack basically removes that. So I need to update that. Somebody said I needed to update my toggleable chords pack, which kind of does what it says on the tin. It lets you toggle chords with the F8 key. So there are also some packs I need fixing as well. On the topic of packs, is there a bug in the syntax checker for that type of file? Quite possibly. The thing is, I'm using like somewhat of a niche scripting language because it's what I know. Oh yeah, I use it. It's amazing. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. You're a hero. Thank you. I don't know if I'd go that far. I didn't know you had a website. Yes, I have a website. But also all my stuff's on GitHub, so which I'm guessing is where you downloaded it. Maybe not. I don't know. I think Silent might use it, so I don't know if he's like sent it to people as well. I don't know. I'm pretty chill about most of that stuff, to be entirely honest. Anyway, so the current part of the profile switcher that we're doing is actually the bit that lets you switch the profiles, which is, you know, the load profile function. So what we need to do is, first of all, we need to define the two com.mojang folders. Because if you're not aware, in the game now, there's two com.mojang folders. There's one with a ton of packs and stuff, which is this one. This is where all your packs are. And then this one, which has got all your worlds and settings and other kind of stuff. So we need... In fact, does this have the username in it? It does. Okay, so we need to also work out like how we get to that. How we build this directory then, because it's going to be different for everybody else based on your username. Huh. Interesting. That's not something I thought about. But it is something that we could figure out. A percentage app data. Oh yeah, you know what? You're totally right. That's the thing that we could figure out. Oh, there's an ad. I'm not gonna break for the ad break because I'm on a thinking. I'm in one of my thinking moments, and I don't want to pause that. So my apologies. How do you build that into a directory? Would you go like C, like percentage app data, like that, and then would it forward to app data? It would. Amazing. Welcome to the alien zone where breaks are not going to happen. Okay, so let's just move that over there temporarily then. So let's say in our variables, let's do global com.moj. Can we have dots? No. Okay. Com.mojang with no dots. We'll have packs, and then we'll just have the kind of everything else com.mojang. You might not even need to quantify it with the drive. My only thing is you can choose where to install the game. Or that's the other thing. Like, this is going to assume that the user has it on the C drive, which they might not. You are right. Unless it always puts this data on the C drive. Okay, for now, let's just assume it's on the C drive because that's where most people install it. And then later I'll uninstall the game and reinstall it, and we'll see if it moves the file somewhere else. Because that is a interesting point that I haven't thought about. And you are right. We do not need to give it the old thingy-bob drive. And then we just need this bit without the double slash. And then if I copy that into here, that opens that directory. Let's just click on a random. Yeah, okay, that opens that directory. And then we want the other com.mojang folder, which is this one. I didn't think about this either. There are the random numbers in the users folder, and I have no clue what these random numbers are. Okay, so we're going to need to automatically, when we build the directory, we're going to need to like write a function to figure out what these random numbers are and like add them as a variable, I guess, or just in the directory. Is there anything else in this users folder? There's that and shared. Let's make up more random numbers. Exactly. So, yeah, if anybody happens to know what these random numbers are, please do let me know. So I'm wondering then. You can use the same code as your UFO command. You know, what's funny is it wouldn't surprise me if that actually worked. That's the, like, sad thing about this game, honestly. Well, it's not sad, it's funny. Until it's sad, and then it's sad. Okay. Right, hang on. Brain is thinking. Is there, like, your XUID? That's what a few people have said. But I've not confirmed it. And if it's your XUID, like, that would be a pain because, like, then you'd have to sign in with your account to get that. So it might just be easier to do a kind of jankier way. Oh, that wouldn't work. Okay, this isn't going to work if you... My current idea means that if you have more than one of these user folders... Yeah, exactly. Write a function to get the directory list and filter out the shared folder. That's what I was going to say. The only problem there is if you have two folders, two user folders. Because if it is your XUID, presumably if you swap accounts, you then get a different folder with the numbers on. So then we'd also need something to, like, select your account, basically. I wonder if it is your XUID. Let me... There's a thingy-mabob somewhere. Minecraft Tools, MC Profile. There's this website. Edition, Bedrock, username, TheAlienDoctor. And it gets you your XUID, along with a ton of other stuff. Okay, XUID 25 something or another. Yeah, see, this is different to what this is saying my XUID is. It's also not my Floodgate UUID, which it wouldn't make sense because that's, you know, not official or anything, but still. All right, we'll go with Cam's idea for now, but that could cause issues in the future if a user has two user folders. But I guess that's a future alien problem. Because I don't see... Right now, like, I guess you could define it. That's the other thing. We could just get the user to define it in, like, the config file or something. Those are, like, the only... That's, like, the only way that I could see this actually working. Okay, so... Oh, that means I've got to write a dedicated function to actually get... To get that. Okay. That's annoying. So we need another function. Function. If user has multiple folders, sort the list with the most recently updated folder. Maybe, but I feel like... Like, surely it will just look by the date created folder, and then if you switch back, it will just use the old folder. I don't think that will work. Function. We're just going to call it get com dot mo, but we can't have the dot, so just com. I'm assuming we can't have the dot in the function. Okay, yeah, we can't have the dot. Com mojang. I guess. Be helpful if I could type. Typing is an integral part of coding. That and copy and pasting. Let's actually capitalize the Mojang here. So we can see the separation. All right, okay. This function is going to get the com.mojang folder. So we're going to have somewhat similar to this, I guess, where we're going to find the files. And actually, they're both folders. Hang on, let me format this. Because this is getting unformatted. Oh, oops.
Hello, happy day.
That's the wrong button as well. Don't look at that. There was no IP showed on the screen there whatsoever. And it definitely wasn't the Fireland server. There we go. Okay, get com.mojang directory. So we need pretty much this function but with a very different kind of... So we don't need the GUI to have any data set because that's not where it's being outputted to. We need local search. In fact, no, there's hang on, there's a different function we could use, I think. Is it file list to array? Yeah. And then this is where we do, okay, right. Hang on then. We want in here that directory, except for it's going to end here. So the users folder. And then that is going to convert the file list to the array. So we would want, we'll just call that file list. As a local statement cannot just be an expression. Oh, right, yeah. So what this is going to do is... Oh, hey, Neon. How's it going? Welcome on in. So what this is going to do is it's going to make a file list as an array. Which language is this? Auto-it. It's a really niche scripting language. But it's what I know. That's what I mean. I'm not a programmer, okay? This is going to make the file list of this directory as an array. So we'd want if I remember correctly, this is where we've once again got to open up the old file list to array. Auto-it. If I remember correctly, the first array is the number. Okay, right. Gotcha. I'm just trying to place it in languages that I'm familiar with. PHP, JavaScript, and VB. Yeah, unfortunately, it is not any of those. But it is quite similar to PHP, I've been told. So, I guess there's that. So, the first item in this array would be the what's it called? The number of folders. So, if we just have a message box, just to kind of debug this. If we had file list 0, then that is going to tell us the amount of folders in that folder, or amount of files in that folder, because we're not filtering for folders. Didn't think about that actually. In fact, no, we can add a flag to that. Hang on. If we do comma we need I flag equals 2, that returns folders only. Or maybe we just do it as a 2. I can't really remember the exact syntax. Man, I don't know if I even know PHP anymore. That's wild. The TB website is programmed in PHP. Literally. The Truly Bedrock website is programmed in PHP. Which isn't ideal. But we're not going to rewrite it. Okay, that should actually only filter folders. Okay, and then we're just going to run... Let's just run this function on startup for now. So it'll be that. Profile switcher. Error line 31. Subscript used on non-accessible variable. Oh, is there a thing where you've got to like convert the array or something to another thing? Yeah, I think we have to convert it. Hey, Lex Fighter, how's it going? Welcome on in. Thank you so much for starting a help train, first of all, and gifting a subscription to Lord Vader, Longhorn, Combi, Zeri, Star, and Archangel of Death. It is time to claim spot 1. Have you been overtaken again? I thought you already had spot 1. Well, you definitely have it now. So thank you so much for all of the gifted subs. If you're one of those people, make sure to say thank you to Lex. How is it going? How are you doing? What is that? Okay, I think we do need to convert it. I guess. Wait, so I guess apparently we can just ignore that. Maybe. Oh, you know what we also don't have, which actually could be the bigger problem, is we need to include the array.au3 file so that it actually can work with them. Oh, that didn't need to be in quotes. Like that. If it was PHP, then you need to implode the array in order to get it as a text variable. Yeah, I think it's essentially something similar to this. I think we need to do array display. Oh no, that's just going to display all of the array. I think. Array as opposed to a specific item in the array. Also, does it literally just display it? I don't remember using this before. And I feel like I've done similar stuff. Okay, well that's run and it's not done anything. Let me just try now that we've done the include. Okay, no. In that case, file count equals. I don't think this is right, by the way. Yeah, it's not. Error 32. Yeah. You could also message box the specific array item by number and or ask for the count. Well, so by putting it as 0, when you run the file list to array function, the 0 item in the array or object in the array is just a number that is the file count. Like the amount of files there. Basically, what I want to do is check that there's 2 files. And if there's not 2 files, it will just come up with an error. But also so that I can confirm it's working. So, you know. Because it could also be like that this bit's wrong, although I don't think it is. On the basis that it worked for the other one. Like if we paste this into here, it comes up with the correct directory. No, it doesn't. What? Oh, probably because of the colon. Or not the colon, the quote. Yeah, there we go. How does this work? I can't remember. Okay, I'll just show you the actual documentation in case I'm missing something. What's rec? File list to array rec? Oh, recursion. Yeah, we don't need that.
Truly outrageous.
Yo, welcome on in. How's it going? You never got the go live? Sounds like you need to sign up for notifications on my Discord. Yeah, see, this isn't actually displaying like any of the array. It's got this array display, but I don't actually understand what this does. If the function is passed a non-array variable or an array with more than 2 numbers. Yeah, you see, I don't think this is right. I don't let anything notify me on Discord. Or maybe I can be the stream to change that. Who knows? Probably not. Are you winning the fight? No. Kind of. Maybe. Okay, well, you know what? This is literally just doing it like this. So let's just do exactly what this is doing first, and then we'll figure out. So this is having file list right there. And apparently that displays it. I don't get how it displays it. And actually, they had it twice. I also don't get why, because whatever. Yeah, that is not displaying it. Let me just... Apparently you can just do array to... You can do array to string. So I guess that's what we need. Although... Well, for the... Okay, hang on. Message box. 0. Test. Local file count equals array to string. And then this would be file list 0. Oh, you know what? This... Okay, yep. I see multiple errors. And then this is the text. So this would be file count. I actually don't think this is right. Indeed. Wait, what was the error? Whereas if we do this... -1. Oh, so it's what? It's not even picking up any files. Okay, well that's our first issue, isn't it? -1. Why is that then? Okay. Let's just even confirm. What's the easiest way to confirm this? Create com Mojang packs. Let's confirm that it's working with the app data stuff. And we're just going to get it to create a folder inside the com.mojang called sub to alien. File list and array needs a parameter between the path and flag. Oh. Well. It's just created that folder. Yeah, so it isn't reading it correctly because it's just created a new folder in the script directory. That's weird. Yeah, see, look, it's just created its own percentage app data instead of using the actual app data. Your mouth is still tiny. I know. Okay, well, now we've got two problems because I'm pretty sure... Okay, so we've got the problem that you pointed out about the file list to array needs a filter parameter. And then we've also got the problem that I don't think is actually reading this correctly anyway. Huh. Huh. Who'd have thought? Hmm. Force it to the root of the drive. Add a black slash before percentage app. Oh yeah, that would probably make sense, I guess. Where were we creating this folder? Com.mojang. So in here, it should have created it in here. No, should have created it in here. It has not created it in here. Well, now I don't know where it's gone. Because that is that folder, isn't it? Yeah. This isn't like protected in some way. No, I have perms to do it. Unless we need require admin. Nope. That is an odd one. Indeed. And now, somewhere on my my computer, there's just going to be a random... It's just going to be a random folder, I think. Back, got hot chocolate. Nice one. Yeah, now on my computer, I think there's just going to be a random folder called Sub2Alien. Which isn't the end of the world, but... It's just odd. Yeah. Will be completely honest, was not expecting this bit to be the kind of annoying bit. Okay. Maybe it's this. Hang on. Are we in... We're not in local app data, are we? We're just in regular app data. Okay. I think I know why. Well, I don't fully know why, but I know what, like, we can do to fix it. Apparently, if we go at, oh yeah. Apparently, if we go at app data, there's a macro for it. App data takes you to roaming. There's local app data. And there's just app data. I don't know which is which in this situation. So we'll try both. Okay, it's that one. Right, problem solved on that one. Problem solved on that one. So now we know that that's that. It's coming up with an error, syntax error. I fixed the syntax. This is what I mean is, for some reason, it just like... Maybe if I just add a random dot, we can move the error to there. Yeah, see, like, it just doesn't update on the last error for some reason. It's really odd. All right, so that works on that. Okay. That was just a auto-it specific thing, I guess. So now, if we... You're still coding manual. Copilot and ChatGPT could do that for you. Well, technically, yes, but... A, it's fun to do it this way, and B, I don't think... I'd be surprised if ChatGPT or Copilot would get this right first try. I mean, I'm sure at some point I'll end up having to use a little bit of bits from it. Oh, okay, that's worked. That's worked. That has worked. That has worked. That has worked. That has worked. Okay, so now if we do file list 0, are we still needing to like convert that to whatever? 2. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was literally just that. The directory. Just because AI can write code doesn't mean it's good code. That too. That too. And you know, maybe I'll use it a little bit later to kind of help me along if I struggle. But like right now, I've got the, you know, I've got the documentation and stuff. Okay, that is really good. That is really good. So now what we need. So this is getting the file list. So actually we don't need the file count. Because that's not how that works anyway. We now need an if statement that basically says if file list 0, which is the number of files in the directory, is greater than 2. Or actually, a better way of doing it would be equals 2. Then, because it might only have 1. So yeah, this way would be better. Else if, or no, just else. If it doesn't equal 2. Do you need a then after the else? No. And this is where there's going to be another message box. Oh no, that needs to be 0. Test. Error. Incorrect number of files. Technically not incorrect number of files. I just want to... I think that is... Yeah, and we set that to run on the start, didn't we? Get com.mojang directory. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Course, how's it going? Welcome on in. All this coding got me doing my uni coding. Glad to be of assistance, potentially. Or maybe not assistance, but encourage you to do your uni work. It's tired. How are you? Tired. That's accurate. Does the first array slot in this language default to the count? Yes. I haven't made a... Normally I make like a GUI title. Let's do that. Global GUI. GUI title equals aliens profile switcher. There we go. Now we've got like a generic title that we could use across. Technically, this would also need to return. All right. Okay. Now what we need to do is actually pass the version. Okay. Hang on. If we think about it, we actually don't need to do anything too fancy here, because if it's sorted alphabetically, if it's sorted alphabetically, the numbers are always going to be first. So that means it's the first object, or I guess technically the second object in the array. So we'd go... we would go... Our global variable... That is how you do it, right? Yeah. Would be file list 1. I think that's how you do it. I learned basic in high school, then learned I don't even know what that is. I don't know what either of those are actually. Yeah, I just named myself and then taught myself assembly, C, C++, and little Python, JavaScript. Nice. I majored in graphic design, says Cam. Amazing. You can design all my graphics from now on then. That is a joke. I enjoyed designing graphics. Okay. Global com mojang. So this is the one without the packs. Is going to equal what that function outputs. And then just to confirm that I'm doing this correctly. Basically, I just test everything with message boxes. I don't think that's necessarily the correct way of doing it, but whatever. It's my way. Yeah, okay, that's got the correct folder. Brilliant. So it's returning the file list, that folder, the users folder, and then we need all this bit after it, to be fair, which would be the /games and games com.mojang. Brill e ant. And actually, we don't want the com.mojang part when we do this. Boom, 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 boom. I know for Java you can share packs via Modrinth, but how about for Bedrock? Modrinth are working on Bedrock support, but they don't have anything yet. Excellent. No, not excellent. Hang on. Yeah, that's not building the full directory, is it? That's just building the part for this. So we also need to add in this part, and then that would build the full directory. There we go. Okay, so now what we've got is a function that lets us... Hey Rick, how's it going? Welcome on in. Now what we've got is a function that lets us that basically gets us the com.mojang folder for like the settings and the worlds and stuff, and then the one to the packs. It's pretty easy. So we've got our 2 folders. Okay, cool. That is actually huge. That's huge. Okay, now what we need to do, oh my gosh, is we need to... So one thing I want to do is check if the com.mojang folder already exists in either of these directories. And if it does, I basically want to rename it to something like _default or something, so that we're still keeping the default com.mojang folder. And ultimately, like long term, we'll actually copy that default com.mojang folder into a custom profile, so the user doesn't even have to do any manual file moving. But for like a beta release to like people that want to test it, we're going to make them copy their own folders, if that makes sense. So load profile is going to be if file exists, and then it's going to be oh right, of course it's not going to autofill because we don't have it over here. Com.mojang, oops, com.mojang /packs and com.mojang. Oh, you know what? No, technically that needs to be, we need to get the file attributes, because otherwise it won't know whether it's our custom one, because we're going to make a sys or sim link. So we need to check whether it's a folder or a sim link. I don't actually know how you... How would you, I wonder, how does this auto it check if file is sim link? Right, we will cross that bridge when we get to it. But now we're just going to use the file get attributes. Okay, so it should be file get attributes. Our com.mojang packs. And quotes slash com.mojang. Why is that erroring? Because that's declaring the other file? That's okay. And actually, this needs to be an if. If equals... And then it should come up with a D for directory, apparently. Then message box test. Oh, let's load this into a variable. Default com mojang mojang equal if default com mojang equals D, then default com mojang else com.mojang, so I can check the output. Oh yeah, we also need to actually do the load profile thing. We also need to we can get rid of our test now. Case load profile. Okay, so if I press the load profile button, it does indeed output D, which is what it should have done. Excellent. So if I get rid of that, it will still output D. It will. So D means it's a folder. So what we're doing now is we're checking that the com.mojang file there is a folder and not a symlink, which we will create later. And this is where we're going to start adding some comments, I think, because otherwise we will start to lose what we're doing. Then default com.mojang folder still exists. So this is where we do... Now, weirdly, in AutoIt, there isn't a directory rename function. There's just a directory move function, so you just move it to the same place it already is. Essentially, it's kind of odd. So what we do is we do dir rename... Oh, sorry, dir move, and then we're going to do the default. Oh, sorry, it's current what it is, and then we're going to move it to the same place, but we're going to do underscore default. Okay, what this is going to do is it should be this one is now going to get renamed to have underscore default when I press select profile, like so. Oh my gosh, boom! I am a genius. You know, sometimes you've got to hype yourself up. Oh man, I want to make a symbol calculator add-on for Bedrock. I do not know where you'd start on that, but good luck. Genuinely good luck. I'm not sure if that's possible. It might be with the new scripting stuff, to be honest. Basic was the introduction to programming for a lot of people in 80s and 90s, and probably 70s as well, since Basic was on most 8-bit computers. I do know roughly what Basic is, like I have heard of it before and stuff. But yeah. Okay, so that's good. And then we need to do the same for the other one with the packs. In fact, this one is the one with the packs, technically. What's that error? Used before declaration. It's not, it's been using the other one. And then we basically just need to make the same function, but for without the packs. Hate the fact that there's two now. It means we're going to be like basically copy and pasting a lot of code, quite frustratingly. So then this is this one. Select profile. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? I can call on some program computations to then send to output to chat. Maybe. So I just tested by logging into the alt account on the Minecraft launcher and it created a second folder consistent of... Yeah, okay, that's what I assumed would happen. So for now, this will only work if you signed into one user. But in the future, we'll have to get... I guess we'll have to make like a select user thing. I don't know how we're going to do that, actually. Like, choose which user you're currently using. Because like the user isn't going to know which set of numbers is the current account. So what we really need to do is figure out what the numbers are from and see if there's a way that we can get that data, I guess. But that's a future thing, I think, for now. Let's just assume the user's only logged into one account. Why didn't... Okay, did that one work? That one still worked. This one didn't. Now, why is that? Julie, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. How's it going? How was your stream? What's going on? Eve Wee, welcome on in. Julie, welcome on in. I was about to say Cam, welcome on in, but you're already here. I'm looking at code and banging my head against the wall. Let's format it. There is an error coming up, to be fair. But yeah, those have been declared just in other places. Okay, this is what I don't get. What's wrong with this? Maybe it's not. Maybe the other one doesn't come up as a folder. Actually, maybe that's why this rename isn't working. Is that Visual Studio? I'm squinting. It is. Sorry, I can make it a little bit bigger, but not too much bigger because I'll struggle to, you know, read it. But it is Visual Studio Code. C#? No. AutoIt, which is a reasonably niche scripting language. Okay, sorry. We're going to have to zoom out by one. My apologies. Okay, let's do the message box thing like we did last time. I always get this wrong. Test. It is not C++. Okay. Why are you oohing C++ anyway? Most people just default to oohing C++ because they know it's what Bedrock's written in and Bedrock's bad. Which I think is unfair. Oh. Wait, no, never mind. I take back my O. I take back my O. Although these variables are technically named in a not correctable way. Because I tried to take a college course and got hung up on if-then subjects. Fair enough. Default called Mojang. We're going to need to rename those variables because they don't make sense. All right, so it isn't coming up as a D, which sounds odd, out of context. Context. It's coming up as nothing. It's not getting the file attributes of that com.mojang folder, which probably just means it doesn't exist. Huh. That is the right directory. Oh, it's missing a slash. Really? Oh yeah, never mind. There needs to be a slash there. Right, all of that. All of that for literally a slash missing. How frustrating. So now, if we try that again, that folder is going to get renamed to a default. I should probably say what I'm doing, actually. So welcome in, people. I'm currently programming a profile switcher for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. What this will let you do is have a different set of worlds, settings, and packs per profile, so you can easily switch between them. This is particularly helpful for people like me that program add-ons, who like to have a separate profile for add-on development compared to my main profile. Some people have different profiles for different servers as well, if you want to be that organized, which I'm not. So yeah. All right, cool. So that's renaming the com.mojang to _default. Okay, so this is for the loading profiles. So that's doing that. So now what we need to do is actually create a sim link. We need to create a sim link to our custom profile directory. I don't know how to do this, so we're once again going to Google, okay? Auto it, how to create sim link. And somebody has a function that is extremely helpful. By the looks of things. Okay, this might not work. as a pre-warning. _simlink.au3. All right. Looking on the old AutoIt forums, this is what we've got. I'm not sure if it's going to work. Oh, and what is parameters? Is directory link. 0 is for file symlink, 1 is for directory symlink. I think we need 1 then. I think we need 1. And then oh, we're also missing end func. I guess I didn't copy that in. All right, and then this has got the all the credit up there. This is from a little forum post in 2010, 2 days after my birthday, September 28th. All right, well, let's see if this works. Let's, honestly, what could go wrong? The only thing I don't know is how you name it, actually, now that I'm looking at this. I got a ping. It's probably not important. I think it's somebody going live. How do you name, the thing ain't working? What's the thing? It's not very descriptive, but also I don't normally do tech support for whatever thing it may be, like one of my tutorials on stream anyway. So I would suggest joining my Discord and asking there. All right. I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to try it. We're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a go. So we need hashtag include underscore sim link.au3. And then we're going to do create. Oh, sorry, it's just underscore sim link. Sim link. And then the first one would be the file or directory you want to create, the location it should link to. All right. Okay. Let's just do it for this one then. It would be... Well, it would be that, wouldn't it? Without the double quotes, obviously. It would be that. And then the second one is the target. So the target would be the selected profile, which I don't have right now. I forgot to get the selected profile. Okay, so we need to do GUI control read, and it needs to read from the select profile list. And this should just get the current one that's selected. So then we do it would be script directory / profiles / and then the name of the currently selected profile, which I forgot to. Selected profile equals selected profile. All right, place your bets on whether this is going to work. Yeah, it's not created a symlink in either of those, has it? I don't know. I don't think there is a way in theory to run it through here. I just can't remember how to do it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think this is writing to anything anyway. No, it's not. Goodbye Minecraft settings. Well, I have them backed up, so. See, okay, yeah, this is where... we could do with seeing what the error is. Let's do message box. Message box. Oops. 0 test at error. Oh, well, it would help if I selected the profile. Yeah, see, that's just not working, is it? All right. Let's see. Yeah, you see, I don't get why that wouldn't work. And this is just outdated. That is odd. I was setting the third parameter to make a directory symlink. Oh my gosh, you're so right. See, this is, I should totally do these live more often. Thank you so much. That is the completely the problem. It's number one, isn't it? And you know what? I bet that's going to fix it. Well, maybe it won't. We'll see. Which one am I doing it to? Is it that one? I'm doing it to the PAX one, which is that one. See, maybe I'm calling it wrong. Like maybe... Oh yeah, I just thought we also need to do preview support for this at some point. But that's a whole different kind of topic. All right, this time we will have an ad break. I'll see you in a bit. Don't worry, I have not fallen asleep. Do not panic. I'm just confused. I'm confuddled. And I'm confused. The docs page has Win API create symbolic link as another option. Let me take a look at that then. Huh. Well, why wouldn't I just use that? Question mark. Alright, we'll give that a go. Have I repeated anything there? I don't think I have. Okay, so let's just comment that out for now. In case we end up needing it again. Push that out. Okay. The name of the new file, the name of the existing file. Okay. Right. Okay. Alright, okay. And then we want... Where does it even use it in this? Unless, do you need to do something like create the directory first? Okay, well, we'll just try it and see what happens. Win API underscore create symbolic link. Hey, hey, Sunflower. How's it going? Welcome on in. This is not the content that I was expecting. Well, I don't know if you've played Minecraft recently, but oh, I guess I've technically got you to remove your shout out. Aw. But yeah, I'm fixing Minecraft one program / add-on at a time because they've really messed it up in the new update, and I'm too frustrated to play it right now. Also, it's like so incredibly broken that I actually don't want to risk playing hardcore. Basically, what happens is when you're in the game, if your mouse moves to the corner of the screen, then you can click off the window, which puts you in the pause menu, and you don't want to be doing that when you're playing hardcore. It's not ideal. Would not recommend. So yeah, we're fixing it. We're doing the fixing. Okay, there we go. It is weird that I've not had the same problems. It might be something to do with like how your second monitor is set up. I kept trying, like, do you even have a second monitor? Because I think it's also to do with having multiple monitors. I was playing hardcore in the Nether when the update rolled out, and I was so saved that I literally have it recording. Sorry, that was to Geol. I didn't specify that. I can still play full screen in single monitor local worlds. Yeah. And then Geol, it might be to do with how you have, if you have a second monitor, like, because don't you, or I guess don't you like resize your Minecraft window so it's smaller on your monitor? So you'd assume it would be able to get out of that, but I'm not sure. Then Judy said I kept trying to enable full screen and it would crash the entire game. That's a different issue that I know a few people have in, and I don't know what that one is. So I don't know. Okay, I don't. Jill, are you updated to 1.21.121? Like the latest hotfix, or are you still on 0.120? I guess is the only thing I can think of. Okay. So what we're doing right now is we're creating a symbolic link that will basically trick the game into, instead of using the default com.mojang directory, it will use the custom one over here in my profiles. So we need to do the name of the new file. So this would be this bit, the com.mojang packs. com.mojang. Imagine I'm just missing another slash. I don't think I am. Yeah, because I didn't add a slash at the end, which is how you're meant to do it, apparently. So yeah, apparently that's right. Okay, and then the target is the directory that you want it to go to, which would be that. Selected profile. Oh, you know what? I guess there is a chance actually. Maybe this end directory isn't working because this bit's not working. Okay, let's just get it to lead to profiles for now, actually. And then this needs to be true.
Subscribe to Alien
Plot
Doctor.
does arts. Thank you so much for following. I updated. Yes, it wouldn't let me not. That is frustrating. That also makes me wonder if version switches are possible, if it's forcing people to update. But I guess that's a future thing to think about. Okay, that's definitely not worked. I'm just gonna, in case it is this end directory that's not working, I'm gonna undo this one. And let's just confirm. Yeah, no. Unless it wants a slash on the end, which I don't think it does. All right, that's what I thought. I want to make fun of your need to change the game, but I really appreciate your Fuggle River and Bubble Remover pack, so I'll hold my tongue. Hey, I'm working on a version switcher so that we can downgrade, not right now. Well, I have been today, but not in this stream. I've been working on a version switcher so that people don't have to play with the annoying issues and you can just play the old versions again because all the version switches are broken now. So, you know, a lot of people will be like, thank you, Alien. And I'll be like, you're welcome. So, yeah. Jeez. Oh, this is really annoying. Why isn't this working? Okay, something else that I'm checking right now, which I haven't done so far, but I'm now going to, is Foxy No-Towel's profile switcher, because all that code is open source. Now, I don't even want to use the code. I just want to see how he's doing it. And he is indeed using the symlink thing. What's more interesting is Foxy's code also uses the exact same symlink function that I'm using. So he must have seen this. Oh, that's the wrong one. So he must have seen. We don't need that anymore. So he must have seen the same forum post because these two functions. No, that's check. Hang on. Or is it? Yeah, these two functions are exactly the same. So he must have seen the same post that I'm using. So how come it's working for him and not for me? Question mark. Don't forget, Alien has a Ko-Fi. Not a Ko-Fi, a Patreon. Yes, thank you for the reminder. I do indeed have a Patreon. I considered getting a Ko-Fi, but I don't really know. Like, you can do one-time donations on Patreon, so I wasn't sure if it was worth it. Or just direct Stream Elements donations as well. So Foxy's thing is doing it exactly the same as how I'm doing it. But his works and mine doesn't. Well, it doesn't work anymore in the new update, but that's not the point. Why is that? Okay. Let's just let's just work backwards from this then, because we know he's calling this function the exact same function, but his is working. Like if I copy and paste this in here, it's not going to be any different. Yeah, there's no difference. So where is he calling the create symlink? I was going to credit him anyway. Oops. I was going to credit him anyway because like the concept is kind of from his profile switcher, so I might as well just take a look at how he's doing it if I can't get the exact same function from somebody else to work. So he's working directory, selects profile. What is the working directory? Is the Minecraft directory. Okay, where's he defining the Minecraft directory? Where is... what? Okay. What? Doesn't make any sense. I swear the Minecraft directory variable isn't being defined here. Okay, so in his switch profile function... yeah, so he's got something pretty similar to me here. This is for if it's the preview or the regular. Setting permissions of the profile folder. Okay, well that's not going to stop the symlink from being made. Okay, that's what we were going to do later. If the check symlink working directory is true. So that's checking if the profile's already been switched, which is something we'll do later. I wonder if he got that function from somewhere else or if he made it himself as well. Check which folder com.mojang is connected to. See, we don't need any of that yet. Minecraft directory is not a symbolic link. And if select profile. Okay, well there we go then. That's for loading the default, which we don't need. Select profile is not default, create the new symlink. Local, create link is create symlink working directory. The working directory is the Minecraft directory, but it's not being defined. And then the selected profile directory. And then his create link function is exactly the same as this symlink function here. This is what I don't get. Maybe now is time to do the chat GPT. Write me a function in AutoIt that creates a symlink. It'd be hilarious if it just gives me the exact same file that I already have. Oh, apparently it requires admin privileges unless developer mode is enabled. I do have developer mode enabled, but let's try running it with admin just in case. Wait, hang on. Let's actually just confirm that this directory is the correct directory as well. select profile. Let's just confirm it's reading the correct thing. Main. All right. Okay, it is. Good. You know, when I was doing the test runs, was I actually selecting a profile or was I just leaving that blank? Okay, I was selecting one. That's an important thing to check. So that's definitely getting the directory for the currently selected profile. Good. Notice it wants a slash after it. Which I doubt it would, but who knows. Let's test it just in case. Nope. That's what I thought. Dun 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 dun. Boom be doo be doo. All right, well, let's just see if my chat GPT generated. See, it reckons it. Oh yeah, I didn't check if it. The whole admin thing, I guess. Require admin. Does Foxy's require admin? Oh, it does. Maybe that's part of the issue then. Oh my gosh. Guys.
Truly outrageous.
The whole reason that it wasn't working is because all I needed to do was add the require admin thing. Which, to be fair, I can show you the exact forum post. It did not say anywhere that it requires admin. There is no admin required here. It does not tell you that. I feel like that's an important thing to add. Hey Slack, how's it going? Any luck fixing things yet? I'm trying. So right now I'm working on a profile switcher because I've been working on a version switcher all day and I've kind of hit a bit of a I'm not sure where to go from here with it. In fact, I'll show you a little bit of what I've done with the version switcher. So what I've been able to do is download this MSI XVC file. Now what this is sort of like an installer for Minecraft, and you'll notice it's specifically 1.21.120. So I know how to download the files, the old version files. What I'm having trouble doing is actually installing this file. I don't know how to actually get it to install. And I've tried a lot of different things. It's to do with because it's been signed for the Microsoft Store. Like, there are certain things that you have to do to it. But in theory, you're not supposed to be able to do them if you're not the one that originally created it. But apparently there is a way, because I've been looking at a couple of other people that have been doing similar stuff. And there is a way. I just need to figure it out. So I've put that on hold right now just to make a profile switcher, because I need a profile switcher to update all my packs, basically. So I can have a separate add-on dev profile. So that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, I can't believe that. I can't believe the entire issue was just that we forgot the require admin flag. So that's working. We've actually just made a profile switcher, guys. And it's tiny. There's like barely any code in here. I mean, I'm sure there's loads of issues, but that's not the point. All right. Assuming it actually... Is there a way to see where it points to? Oh, yeah. Well, you just open it, obviously. That's just opening the default one. Huh. Yeah. Okay, there's only one way to do this properly. And that would be, first of all, to do it for the other directory, so that we're doing both, because for some reason they thought it would be a good idea to add two com.mojang folders, because I guess they just hate everything. So we're going to go symlink, com.mojang, and then this is just the regular one. And then that should all be that. And then what we're going to do is in our profiles, we're going to make main real, and we're going to make an empty main. There is method to my madness, I promise. I'm going to select profile, we're going to select main, select profile. We don't have any confirmation box, but we've got the two symlinks there. So now we're going to launch Minecraft, which I need to repin to my taskbar. Guys, we might have just done it. So this is a completely fresh install. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to go to main. Oh no, we already had it open. We have it open a few times. Hang on. We're going to go to main real, select profile. In theory, that should change the symlink back to the main. Madness to your method. Maybe, maybe. Okay, that did not change it. Maybe we need to like Just to confirm, actually, profiles main. Okay, it's just, oh, yes, yes, perfect. So now all we need to do is detect if there's already a symlink and then adjust the symlink's target. Okay. Excited alien sounds. Okay, the other thing we need to do at the end of this function is do ini write file name data.ini section data, I think it was. And then currently loaded profile, just so that we can actually preload what the current profile is loaded already. And then that will preload the profile. Because then I'm pretty sure in here we had... Oh, actually, it might have been in the load, in the get profile, sorry. Yeah. Oh no, technically we need loaded profile, which I don't even think we've defined yet. Loaded. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, no, that does make sense. And then this is also where we'd get... No, okay, that does make sense. That does make sense. Okay, now we just need to work out how we update a symlink. Unless we just delete it. Maybe that's just the easiest way. There's a note here in the forum post we used for creating the symlink that basically says to remove a symbolic link, just delete it as you would any file. So we'll just delete it and then re-add it, I guess. Is it file delete or dir delete? All right. How do we check if it's a symlink? Auto it check if file is symlink. You need help in UFO General channel? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be honest, that is not something I can help with. I'm very sorry. The best way to put it out would be to get a lot of water, but I'm gonna be honest, you might already be gone on that one. Okay, somebody's made a example function. I don't fully understand. Okay, you know what? As like a very... So that I can just test this, let's just file delete. If file exists, first of all. Wait, actually, what's the... hang on. The symlinks have an actual symlink file extension. Can we just detect that? They don't have one. Never mind. If file exists... then file delete. As long as it doesn't actually delete the actual stuff inside of the symlink, which it might do. But that's why we're testing it with an empty one. And then the same for the packs. So we got to make sure this folder doesn't get deleted, essentially. It's also not preloading the file. Oh, actually, that would make sense why it's not preloading the file. So if I do main real, select profile, and then do properties, allocation. Yeah, so that's not switched it to main real. What if I now do that? And then presumably that should now be main real. Okay, and then this profile should have all my data. Which it does. Oh, amazing. Amazing. So we just need to update the symlink. Because I guess we can't delete it for some reason. Auto it update symlink. GG Alien, gotta run, heading home and then to help Scout. No worries. Thank you so much for hanging out and helping me. See you in a bit. Okay, apparently this will... We're going to rename it to... Oh, I guess this is just check sim link. So this is going to check if the sim link exists or not instead. So it would be if check sim link and then the folder. So this equals true, then we're just going to do like a temporary message box to say true. Else false. Let's just see if we can detect. Let's just see if we can detect a symlink right now. True. Okay, so it reckons it's a symlink. And then if I delete both of these, I rename them back to not have the default. And therefore also comment out this temporarily. Hold up. If I have it now, that's okay. False. Brilliant. That's really good news. So in theory, actually, it will say false because it now doesn't exist. Yeah. But then if we run it again, it would say true. Yep. Oh, this is really good news. Okay. So this is checking if the symlink is there or not. Your mouth got tinier. I don't think it did, unless my camera stopped. I can't actually see my preview. It's covered. No, it's still there. Right, this is good. So now what we're doing is we're checking the symlink to see if it is a symlink. And if it is true, okay, well, if it is false, then actually, this is where we would... Okay, first of all, this is where we need to load the selected profile into a variable. Then we would need to go for symlink. This is where we'd create it. Else, create symlink. Symlink, blah, 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 blah. We're going to do else if equals false, just to be like doubly sure. Create symlink, and then this one would be update symlink. Okay, so now what we need to do, what? Syntax error. Oh. Okay, so now we need to work out how to update a already existing symlink. Also going to put this into its own file. And then I'll put credit in a different file, I think. Symlink already defined. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I'd rather that all be in one file. Okay, what are we doing here? We basically need to update the symlink. Oh. Apparently we just need to delete the current symlink. Delete symlink. And then recreate it. For some reason. So it should be... Oh, you know what? No, I was using file remove. I needed to use directory remove. In fact, that also means we can do end if here. We don't even need this else if. Or this bit. Create sim link. Check sim link. Okay, remove. Delete sim link so we can recreate it. That would be how we do that. So now, if I run this, that's deleted the symlink. We just got to do it to the other folder. com.mojang. Oh, and I guess technically, yeah, we've got to duplicate this for the packs because there's 2 now. They hate us. It's kind of annoying having to do yes on the admin prompt every time, but whatever, I can live with it. Yeah, that's double deleted the sim link. Fab. And then this is where we'd create a new sim link. Okay, so currently it's on main reel. So if we do select profile, it's now created a new sim link, which is main reel. Select a main. Oh, let's just confirm it's on this one as well. It is also on main reel. Now we're going to go to main. We're going to do select profile. And it's now on main. And that's on main. Okay. So in theory... Right, so our currently selected profile is main. We're going to launch Minecraft. I need to make the launch Minecraft button actually launch Minecraft right now, don't I? We're going to launch Minecraft. No. Dang it, really? Oh, my main directory. It's a good job I made a backup of all my worlds, isn't it? Oh, of course, yeah, main reel is the real one. Okay, yeah, so that's meant to happen. Then we switch to main reel. Select profile. And then now, if we launch Minecraft, that is going to be my real profile. Which it is. Oh my goodness. What a roller coaster of emotion. Right. Okay. Excellent. So that is working. So that is a working profile switcher now, guys. It needs cleaning up, and there's still a lot of things that it's not doing. Like, it basically needs de-jankifying. No, it's not actually that janky. It just needs like extra checks to avoid errors, I guess, depending on like use cases. It also needs something to automatically move the default com.mojang. But that's fine. But like fundamentally, this profile switcher now works. Wow. And you know what? That's not even a lot of code, in my opinion. I kind of thought it would be a little longer, but I guess not. So now, what do we need to do? What I'd really like to do is get a function that reads where the symlink is currently reading. Auto it, see where symlink is linked to. I'm messaging nicely. Oh, I forgot to specify. Oops. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to make a function that detects where the symlink is currently pointing to. So if you select that in the switcher, it will say no. You can't switch to that one because it's already in use. So we need a get symlink target function. Which allegedly would be something along the lines of this. Get symlink target. Okay, what's the easiest way to do this? Let's just make a temporary debug function. Oops. No. We literally just want debug. Stupid autocorrect. This is going to do the get symlink target. And then the symlink is going to be this bit. We're going to have to start writing variables for these, aren't we? Because it's getting silly. And let's actually embed that in a message box so that we can see the output. Hey bro, what are you doing? I am creating an auto-it script that lets you change your profiles on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, essentially. So that'll mean you can have a different set of packs and worlds and settings and easily switch between them. So it's particularly helpful for people like me that do like add-on development. Okay, and then we're just going to do this to the debug function. And then it shouldn't matter what profile selected. 115. Are you sure it's not 1116? We still don't have any logging yet. Realistically, we should add some logging. Okay, it's also 1 a.m. So I'm gonna have to go to bed soon. Not yet. Not yet. Just close it. Oh my gosh, this This is why AI isn't always helpful. This is the first bit of AI that I've used for this project. And I get the feeling that this is now much longer than it needs to be. So this is probably going to be a very temporary function until I get something that works a little better. It also doesn't work anyway. So, you know, that's fine. I guess. 151. 151. String repeater. Oh. Can't understand this coding thing, but I think you were doing something crazy. Yeah, that sounds about right. 152. Really? Yeah, see, this isn't, this is wrong. There's too much here. This is where, whoever said earlier, using AI, just like, instead of like manually coding it, this is where it doesn't work. And I'm gonna just spend ages disabling that one, or debugging that one. There's probably a better way of doing it anyway. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, see, it looks like there is a different function we can use. Yep, there we go. See, we just need to use this. Tell me your... Oh, I don't... Well, my Discord ID is TheAlienDoctor, but I don't accept random friend requests. You can join the Discord, which the message just conveniently popped up there, but I don't accept friend requests. Right, okay, so allegedly, this function on the AutoIt forums should work for me. Get reparse target .83. Then obviously we need to include it up here. I'll add it to this file later. Unless I put each function in a separate file, which, you know, I might do. I'm not gonna go to a be right back screen for the ads on this one because I'm gonna end soon, to be honest. Okay, what I need is in debug, I need this, which in theory... Okay, so allegedly, if we just do get repass target. Allegedly, we could do it like that. All right, fab. That's what we want. So that is telling us where the symlink is currently pointing to. Okay. All right, we're going to end here, but basically what I'm going to do tomorrow, we're going to end after the ad break. But what I'll do is I'll be able to use this to detect what the currently selected profile is. And then if that matches up with, the one that you've selected on the GUI, then it will disable the option to actually switch because that's the one that's already loaded. In fact, we would have to do... Let's go for... Let's shorten that to loaded profile. Which also means we need to switch this one. Oh, it already is. Excellent. To loaded profile. And then we're also going to get a new variable. Called loaded profile. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, loaded profile needs to equal that, and then loaded profile needs to be this. Needs to be what's selected. Okay, right, we're gonna end here, but I will be working on this more tomorrow. Probably not live, but just in my own time, I guess. And make sure to, you know, stay on the watch out for a release. It'll probably be releasing quite soon because I made some pretty good progress. In the meantime, I'm gonna take a look at who is live. Looks like Slack just went live, so I'll probably raid him. I don't think many other people are streaming at the moment. Oh, you know what? Actually, there is a couple of people streaming Minecraft at the moment. Let's raid Combi, who is live, unless he's ending.
You can see, let's see if I can remember how to change my perspective. That's not the button. That's not the button. There we go. Okay, that's gonna be annoying.
6 minutes. No, he's not ending. All right, let's raid Combi, because I don't think I've raided Combi before. All right, huge thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one coming very, very soon. Hopefully, it will be a regular Minecraft one instead of a like programming one. Keep coding. I will do. Thank you so much. Yeah, hopefully Minecraft will be fixed by the next time I want to go live and we don't have to do this. All right. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.